When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. Have you ever encountered someone who just seems to drain your energy? Maybe it's a coworker who constantly criticizes, or a family member who always brings negativity to the table. Dealing with difficult people is something we all face. But what if I told you that ancient Stoic philosophy holds powerful strategies to handle these situations with grace and resilience? Today, we're diving into 5 Stoic strategies for dealing with difficult people that will not only help you maintain your calm, but also turn these challenging interactions into opportunities for personal growth. So, grab a comfy seat, take a deep breath, and let's journey into the wisdom of the Stoics together. Our first strategy is identifying the problem. When we encounter difficult people, our immediate reaction is often emotional. We might feel frustration, anger, or even hurt. These intense feelings can cloud our judgment, making it hard to see the situation clearly. However, the Stoics teach us to take a different approach, one rooted in reflection and reason. Instead of reacting impulsively, they encourage us to pause and look deeper. The first step in this process is to identify the problem. Ask yourself, what exactly is bothering me about this person's behavior? Is it their harsh tone, their choice of words, or perhaps the way they make you feel undervalued or disrespected? By pinpointing the specific aspects of their behavior that trigger your emotions, you move from a place of vague frustration to precise understanding. This process of identification is crucial because it shifts your focus from the person as a whole to their actions or words that are causing you distress. Often, when we're upset, we tend to generalize our feelings, thinking this person is impossible or they always make me feel bad. But such broad statements are not helpful and only serve to intensify our negative emotions. Instead, by narrowing down the problem, you can tackle it more effectively. As Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wisely said, "We are disturbed not by things, but by the views which we take of them." This quote highlights a fundamental Stoic belief. Our perceptions, not external events or people, are the true sources of our emotional disturbances. Understanding this empowers you to change your perspective and, in doing so, change your emotional response. When you identify the specific issue, you also give yourself a chance to question your assumptions. For instance, if someone's tone of voice bothers you, ask yourself, am I sure they intended to be rude, or could they have been unaware of how they came across? This kind of introspection can often reveal that our interpretations may be skewed by our biases, insecurities, or past experiences. Moreover, by clearly identifying the problem, you prevent your emotions from taking control. Emotions, while natural and important, can sometimes lead us astray, especially when dealing with difficult people. If we let them, they can turn a small issue into a major conflict. But when you understand the true source of your discomfort, you can address it calmly and rationally, keeping your emotions in check. For example, suppose a colleague constantly interrupts you during meetings. Instead of getting increasingly annoyed and potentially lashing out, you could take a moment to identify why this behavior bothers you. Is it because it makes you feel disrespected? Or is it because it disrupts your train of thought? Once you've identified the issue, you can approach the situation more effectively, perhaps by discussing it with them calmly or finding a way to assert yourself more clearly in meetings. Moving on to our second strategy, remember why you're a Stoic. When you find yourself in the midst of conflict, It's all too easy to lose sight of your principles and get swept up in the heat of the moment. Anger, frustration, and resentment can quickly cloud your judgment, leading you to react impulsively rather than thoughtfully. This is where the true power of Stoicism shines. By remembering why you've chosen this path, you can ground yourself and navigate the situation with wisdom and grace. At the heart of Stoicism are the core values of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These aren't just abstract concepts. They are practical tools for daily life. Wisdom guides you to see things clearly, understanding the situation from multiple perspectives. Courage empowers you to face challenges without fear, standing firm in your beliefs even when it's difficult. Justice ensures that your actions are fair and compassionate, while temperance helps you maintain self-control, preventing your emotions from dictating your behavior. Each conflict or difficult interaction is an opportunity to practice these virtues. Rather than seeing the situation as a battle to be won, view it as a chance to reinforce your commitment to Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most respected Stoic philosophers, advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This profound insight reminds us that responding in kind, repaying harm with harm, only drags us down to the level of those who wrong us. Instead, by staying true to your principles, you rise above the pettiness and negativity. Choosing integrity over impulsivity is not just about doing the right thing. It's about embodying the strength and composure that Stoicism teaches. When you remain calm and act in accordance with your values, you not only protect your inner peace, but also set a powerful example for others. Your actions can inspire those around you, showing them that it's possible to respond to adversity with dignity and honor. In the face of conflict, remind yourself why you're a Stoic. Hold on to the principles that guide your life, and let them lead you through the storm. By doing so, you'll find that even the most challenging situations can be handled with grace, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and demonstrating the true power of Stoicism. Our third strategy is all about leveraging the power of your mind. Use reason to guide your emotions. Emotions are a natural part of being human, but they don't have to control us. When dealing with a difficult person, our initial response is often emotional, whether it's frustration, anger, or hurt. However, the Stoics teach us that while emotions are inevitable, we have the power to choose how we respond to them. The key is to take a step back and engage your rational mind before letting emotions dictate your actions. When you're in a challenging situation, ask yourself why the person might be behaving this way. Are they under stress? Do they have personal issues that could be influencing their behavior? While understanding their perspective doesn't justify their actions, it can help you see the situation more clearly and reduce the intensity of your emotional response. This shift in perspective allows you to approach the situation with greater empathy and patience. Seneca reminds us, "A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he is not." This quote highlights the importance of accepting the reality of the situation and focusing on how you can respond wisely. By applying reason, you can maintain emotional balance and avoid the pitfalls of reacting impulsively. Instead of letting your emotions control you, you can choose a response that aligns with your values and principles, leading to more constructive outcomes. The fourth strategy is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Focus on what you can control. In life, we often find ourselves frustrated by the actions and attitudes of others. Whether it's a colleague who undermines us, a loved one who disappoints, or a stranger who's simply rude. The natural tendency is to try to change these people, to make them see things from our perspective, or to act in a way that we deem appropriate. However, the Stoics remind us of a fundamental truth. We cannot control others, but we can control how we respond to them. This insight shifts the focus from external forces, which are beyond our control, to our own internal world, our thoughts, actions, and reactions. Instead of exhausting our energy in trying to change someone else's behavior or attitudes, we should direct that energy inward. This redirection not only preserves our mental and emotional well-being, but also empowers us to respond in ways that are aligned with our values and principles. When confronted with a difficult person or situation, pause and reflect. How can I respond in a way that upholds my values? This question is crucial because it transforms what could be a reactive, emotional response into a thoughtful, deliberate action. By focusing on your values, whether they be patience, kindness, integrity, or resilience, you ensure that your behavior is consistent with the person you strive to be, regardless of how others act. Additionally, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Every challenging interaction is an opportunity for growth. Perhaps it teaches you patience, or perhaps it highlights an area where you can improve in maintaining your composure. By viewing difficult situations as lessons rather than trials, you shift your mindset from one of victimhood to one of empowerment and learning. Epictetus, a key figure in Stoic philosophy, encapsulated this approach beautifully when he said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This quote underscores the Stoic belief in focusing solely on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your responses, and letting go of everything else. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent, but rather, it means accepting the reality that you cannot control external events or the actions of others. Instead, you can choose how you perceive them and how you respond. By adopting this mindset, you cultivate a sense of peace and effectiveness in dealing with challenging interactions. No longer are you caught in the futile cycle of trying to control the uncontrollable. Instead, you are grounded in the present moment, fully engaged with what you can influence. This focus not only reduces frustration and stress, but also leads to better decision-making and a more centered, fulfilling life. In practice, focusing on what you can control can look like this. When faced with someone who is critical or hostile, rather than reacting defensively or trying to change their behavior, you might choose to respond calmly, offering your perspective without expectation. Or, if the situation is beyond reason, you might decide to disengage altogether, recognizing that your peace of mind is more valuable than winning an argument. In either case, the focus is on how you can act in a way that aligns with your principles, rather than being drawn into the chaos of someone else's negativity. Last but certainly not least, take care of yourself. Dealing with difficult people can be incredibly draining, both emotionally and mentally. When you're constantly navigating challenging interactions, it's easy to neglect your own well-being. But remember, self-care isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. The Stoics understood the importance of maintaining inner peace and balance, especially in the face of adversity. Engaging in activities that restore your peace is crucial. Whether it's practicing meditation, taking a walk in nature, immersing yourself in a good book, or simply taking a few moments to breathe deeply, these small acts of self-care can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. Meditation, for instance, helps you cultivate mindfulness and stay grounded, even when external circumstances are chaotic. A walk in nature can serve as a powerful reminder of the beauty and tranquility that exists outside of our daily struggles, offering a refreshing perspective. Reading, especially the works of the Stoic philosophers themselves, can provide not only comfort, but also guidance in how to apply Stoic principles to your life. It's in these quiet moments of reflection that you can reconnect with your inner self and find the strength to face whatever challenges come your way. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, offered timeless advice on the importance of finding peace within oneself. He wrote, "People look for retreats for themselves in the country, by the coast, or in the hills, but nowhere can a person find a retreat more peaceful or free from trouble than his own soul." This quote serves as a powerful reminder that the most important sanctuary is within us. By nurturing that inner sanctuary, we build resilience and fortify ourselves against the negativity and stress that difficult people can bring into our lives. Taking care of yourself also means setting boundaries. It's important to recognize when a situation or person is becoming too overwhelming and to give yourself permission to step back. This isn't about avoiding responsibility or running away from problems. It's about preserving your energy so that you can face challenges more effectively. By establishing healthy boundaries, you protect your well-being and ensure that you have the capacity to respond to difficult situations with clarity and composure. In the context of Stoicism, self-care aligns with the principle of temperance or moderation. The Stoics believed in living a balanced life, avoiding excess in all forms, whether it be emotions, actions, or reactions. This balance is key to maintaining mental and emotional stability, particularly when dealing with difficult people. By practicing moderation in your responses and taking time for self-care, you prevent yourself from being consumed by negative emotions and maintain a steady course. Moreover, taking care of yourself isn't just about what you do externally. It's also about your internal dialogue. How you speak to yourself during times of stress or difficulty can either uplift you or drag you down. Practice self-compassion and remind yourself that it's okay to feel challenged. Acknowledge your efforts and give yourself credit for handling tough situations with as much grace and patience as possible. As you apply these self-care practices, you'll find that you're better equipped to handle challenges and support others. When you're well-rested, centered, and at peace with yourself, you can approach difficult people and situations from a place of strength rather than exhaustion or frustration. This shift in perspective allows you to be more empathetic, patient, and effective in your interactions, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. And there you have it, 5 powerful Stoic strategies to help you navigate the stormy seas of dealing with difficult people. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow and practice your virtues. By applying these principles, you not only improve your interactions, but also continue on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you used any of these strategies in your own life? Do you have other tips that help you deal with challenging individuals? Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Let's learn and grow together as a community. If you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Quotes and Relax 95 for more insights into Stoic philosophy and peaceful living. Until next time, stay wise and stay serene.